Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now, the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer was really happy with their purchase, though they noted a couple of things to consider. Being 56 and around 170 pounds, they mentioned that while seated, they're on their tiptoes but appreciate the pedal stroke. The main drawback in their opinion is the minimum seat height, suggesting this scooter is better suited for taller individuals or those with longer legs. With a 33 inseam, the client found the seat height just a bit too tall for complete comfort when stopped, requiring them to be on their tiptoes. Assembly presented a small challenge. Our reviewer struggled for a while aligning bolts for the rear cargo rail, needing a break before finally getting them secured. Similarly, aligning both the front and rear disc brakes took some time to prevent rubbing against the pads. On the road, this client tested the pedal assist levels and found pedal assist system 1 too comfortable for pedaling, while pedal assist system 3 was the fastest they could comfortably pedal. Pedal assist system 4 and 5, however, felt like ghost pedaling with no resistance, mostly relying on motor power. They anticipate using pedal assist system 2 and 3 most often, as they purchased this scooter with longer rides of 20+ miles in mind. The reviewer updated that after a longer ride of 4 miles on a single charge. Starting in pedal assist system 4 with some throttle use on rolling hills, they covered 3 miles using 60% of the battery. Switching to pedal assist system 3, they rode another 1 miles, still showing 1 bar of battery remaining at the end. The headlight was bright enough, though they plan to add a higher quality one they already own, while the rear light and brake light were deemed very effective. They even suggest adding turn signals to this and other models. Overall, this is a very powerful electric bike and a great performance, especially considering the price. If you hear any whining or grinding when spinning the tires, re-lig.
Cool, let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer gave this electric bike a glowing 5-star rating, primarily due to the exceptional customer service they received. Initially, our reviewer wasn't completely sold, but after putting the bike through its paces and working through a few initial issues with the company's support, their opinion shifted dramatically. Aesthetically, this client finds the bike quite appealing, describing it as handsome with its fat tires giving it a rugged Subaru Forester-like vibe. They appreciate the larger tires for providing a more stable and confident ride, especially when cutting across grass or tackling uphill climbs. While the bike doesn't come loaded with accessories like baskets or phone holders, which are available separately, it does include a useful headlight and bell. The battery life has been a standout feature for our reviewer. Despite multiple rides covering several miles each, the battery has consistently held a full charge. While they haven't yet tested it on longer journeys, they are confident it could handle a substantial distance before needing a recharge. They also like that the throttle is responsive and enjoyable to use, and they prefer the control it offers, especially when starting from a standstill or climbing hills. That said, the reviewer, who is 56, finds the bike a bit uncomfortable for their height. The handlebars aren't ideal, requiring them to invest in some aftermarket upgrades to improve the overall riding experience and comfort for their back. Fortunately, the company provided helpful suggestions for replacement parts, preventing them from wasting money on incompatible components. Assembly wasn't a completely smooth process. Our reviewer recommends having some experience and confidence in assembling larger items and following directions carefully. While the manual could be clearer in certain areas, they believe most users can handle it. To ensure everything was properly adjusted, they had a professional mechanic inspect there.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer is seriously impressed with this electric bike. They rave about the quality of the components and the power of the motor. Having owned another electric bike for a while now, they have a good basis for comparison. Their previous bike, which they still use for errands, has seen its fair share of rough riding, even a crash that tweaked the back rim. Luckily, the reviewer had the skills to fix it, and they've learned from the assembly process of the old bike. One of the first things our reviewer did with this scooter was replace the stock tires with thicker ones. They added a torsion arm as well, explaining that their previous electric bike eventually had issues with the wheels spinning due to their rigorous riding style. Apparently, this scooter is built exceptionally well. Unlike their previous bike, which needed adjustments and tuning, this one was ready to go straight away. After swapping out the tubes and adding the torque arm, the reviewer found the gear shifting to be nearly perfect with only a minor adjustment needed. After a few minutes of tweaking the brakes and figuring out the throttle and pedal assist, they took the scooter to their usual testing spot and got some serious air. Everything held up perfectly, with only a slight brake rub that was easily fixed. They were particularly impressed with the torque and power. The client does advise caution for those not used to a powerful bike, as this one can easily lift the front wheel with the throttle or power assist. They customized the ride with new lever grips and pedals, but skipped the kickstand as they plan to primarily use it for trail riding. They were also happy with the battery life, which stayed at full charge even after a long ride. Overall, this client is thrilled with the performance and build quality.
And that's a wrap. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.